going on, everybody? You guessed it, It is your boy, Trey Sense. And look, we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. So what we're going to talk about today are 7 fragrances from my collection that are tried and true and will definitely garner you some compliments and some attention. Now, before we get into that, though, I need a little something from you. We're trying to get to that 6,000 sub mark, and we're fairly close. So, just need you to like these videos, share these videos, and if it's all right with you, if you haven't already, give your boy a sub. So, these fragrances that I want to talk to you about are very popular throughout Fragcom. They're very popular throughout social media, with the exception of one, but I think it will be before it's all said and done. The rest of these are no stranger to social media. You will have heard of all of these fragrances. Disclaimer, I did not put Assad in this list simply because, one, I feel like it is the most popular out of all of these fragrances as of right now. Two, I talked about it in a video just a few weeks ago, so I didn't want to kill you out on Assad. But it definitely falls in this line with these fragrances. No further ado, let's get into it. From the house of Rasasi, it is Hawas. Now, I tried everything in my power not to like this fragrance. I had the receipt, the box, everything, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna take that back. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then I wore it. I said, you know what, just let me wear it. Messed around and wore it to work and got crazy compliments. Men are gonna tell you that you smell good. Young ladies are gonna tell you that you smell good. Older ladies are gonna tell you that you smell good. People are just gonna tell you that you smell good. It is a compliment getter. It is fresh. It is fruity. It does remind me of a pineapple-y Invictus or something along those lines. So is it original? No. Does it smell good? Yes. Are you gonna get compliments? All the time. I was fortunate enough to find mine at Burlington. Now, they have the new Hawas Black is out, Hawas Ice is out, Hawas Red is out. A lot of times, in my opinion, when they release new fragrances, they just don't equal up to the OG. A lot of times. Now, the ice may be better, the red and the black, all that. It could possibly be better. I don't know because I don't have them. I hope to eventually one day get my hands on them. If the price is right, I'm not paying $70, $80 for them. 30, 40 bucks, I'm in. Anything more than that, I'm not going to pay for them. Now, my first encounter with Rasasi was amazing because it was with Phaeton, which that is a fragrance that is a very high quality fragrance. It is made very, very well, and it's affordable. This fragrance is affordable, but it's not quite made as well as Phaeton. But is it good? Yes. Will it get you compliments? Yes. Is it a fragrance that anyone can wear any time of the year? Yes. This is a Swiss Army knife, and it's a good scent. Not one of my favorites because it is so sweet and it is very familiar. And it's just like what's the point? I'll just wear my Invictuses. But at the end of the day, I kept it. I think you should too, and I think it's worth having in your collection. And this is a compliment-getting fragrance from the house of Rasasi. It is Hawas. This next one, they've got so many different versions of this one, and it used to be really, really popular, but due to different versions of it, I don't think this one gets the talk that it used to be, and it's either the train or the house phone every time I do a video. So there's the house phone. Hold on. I'm gonna get this just a second to start ringing. The crazy part about it is neither my dad nor I answer the phone. Should have one more ring in it. Bear with me. because we both have cell phones. I don't even know why we still got the house phone on. All right, I digress. Another fragrance from the house of Armaf. And this is the OG Club de Nuit Man Intense. Now, I know they've got several flankers of this out. I myself don't wear this very often. Everything that they say about this fragrance is true. It is harsh in the opening. But I will tell you, I have gotten more compliments from this than I have wearing Creed Aventus. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Does this smell good? Yes. Yes, it does. Does it smell like Creed Aventus? Similar. It's like Creed Aventus' little brother that's rough around the edges, or cousin that's, got the same DNA, but it's a little bit rougher around the edges, Is it worth adding to your collection if you don't have it? Yes, it is. Yes. This fragrance best smells good from a distance and in the air. Now, if you're wanting a clone of Creed Aventus that's a little bit easier up close, and you can find it English Laundries London, and get the Parfum, get the EDP, get the EDP, not the EDT, because it does last longer. And the best way for me to tell you to find that is FragranceNet, because if you're looking in person, the only way you're going to be able to tell the difference in that fragrance is if you look at the box. Coffin style box, look on the box, it'll say either EDT or EDP. So if you can get that in the EDP, it is a little less harsh in the opening and a little bit more natural, but it doesn't last as long as this. So, does this smell good? Yeah. Does this garner you compliments? Yes. I've worn this several times, and every time I wear it, somebody tells me how good I smell. I used to work with a young lady that wore this. She got in her dad's collection and wore it. And when I tell you that you could smell Ashley from one end of the store to the other, the entire shift that she worked, because she wore a hoodie. And at this point, it was entrenched in that hoodie. And you could smell it. And it was strong, it was potent, and you could tell exactly what it was. And it smells good. So for the $30 or $40 that you're gonna pay for this, it's worth it. Now, some people are buying the Intense, and it's supposed to smell better, and all of that. I don't know. This is the only version that I have, and this smells good. It works. I don't wear it that often, because honestly, I have several fragrances that are doing the same thing this one does. So the one I reach for the most is Eros Energy, if I'm wanting to wear a Creed Aventus clone. And I know that's not a direct clone, but still, that's the one I reach for the most. But this will get you compliments. I was on my way into work, and a young lady actually stopped me and asked me what I was wearing. And this was it right here. And then she turned around and looked at me, and she goes, "That was kind of rude, wasn't it?" I said, "No, ma'am, it wasn't at all. Wasn't at all." And you will get compliments like that from this fragrance. So from the house of Armaf, it is Club de Nuit Man Intense. Sticking with the house of Armaf, this one is new to my collection, but boy, is it fire. And it is Armaf's Dubai Chocolate Odyssey. And this is like walking down my favorite aisle at my job, which is the coffee aisle, because at the front of the coffee aisle, you have the coffee stuff. At the end of the coffee aisle, you have the cocoa stuff. And that's what this is a mix of: fruity, coffee, cocoa. I got 3 unsolicited compliments from this fragrance yesterday within probably about an hour of me being at work. One of them wasn't even my customer. She was checking out on a register over from me, and she said, "Ooh, it smells really good up here." And the cashier that was checking her out and the bagger just started laughing, and I'm just standing there shaking my head. And then they all just turned and looked at me like, it's always Trey, it's always Trey. But anyway, great smelling fragrance. That was the first one. The second one, a young lady came through my line, and she stops and she looks up at me. She goes, "Oh, you smell really nice." which again, it happens every day. So it does smell good. I smell good every day, and you should too. So I get that a lot. The third compliment is the one that I said, you know what, I'm doing this video today. I got to put this in this video. We all have a coworker that, you know, we just don't necessarily G-haul with. I'm the type of guy, I don't hold no grudges, whatever. I say what I got to say, get it out, get it in the open, and I'm done with it. That's just the Trey way. So for the coworker that doesn't really like you, to come up to you and ask you, hey, you wear a different cologne every day, don't you? And I say, yeah. What do you have on today? That smells good. And to stand there and have a conversation with you about how good this fragrance smells. And I honestly couldn't remember what I had on, what I had sprayed on, because we had been busy and I had been back to back with customers. So, you know, my mind was just like, I can't even really think, I can't remember what I had on. It came to me later, but anyway. And she stood there and talked about how good this fragrance smelled. Now, again, you're gonna get the coffee and you're gonna get some cocoa, but you do pick up on fruit. And that's what she talked about, was how it smelled fruity. That's how good this fragrance smells. It will make people that don't like you stop and tell you that you smell good. Ramz Chocolate Odyssey. Ramz Dubai Chocolate Odyssey. If you don't like chocolate or chocolatey fragrances, you will not like this one. But if you layered this with just a little bit of Axe Dark Temptation, and you say, you know, you have Axe Dark Temptation, which is a body spray, and you have the Dark Temptation deodorant, and you have some cocoa butter, and you put this on with all of that, you're gonna kill them. That's all I'm gonna say. She might just follow you home if you spray this on, bro. But it smells that good. But from the house of a moth, it is Dubai's Chocolate Odyssey. That is a winner. That is a beautiful fragrance. This next one is another one, and it's been talked about a lot. Still don't think it's been talked about quite as much as Assad. I think it's a beautiful fragrance. It's from the house of Lattafa, and it is Khamrah Kawa. I like this better than the original Khamrah. I had them both. I gave Khamrah, the original, to my girlfriend, and I kept the Kawa. I like this one a little bit better. I just think it's a little bit more masculine. I think it's more developed. I just think it smells better. And, you know, it's just ain't no other way to put it. I just think it smells better. I'm a sucker for a fragrance with a little bit of a coffee note in there and a boozy note in there, and this one has that. And for $34, man, you cannot beat this fragrance. And this is one of the fragrances that I wore to work and had a young lady and her husband just, you know, asking me 1,000 questions about what I had on. And it was this one, man. It's just one of those fragrances. It's just one of those fragrances. And both the Khamrahs are unisex, whether it's the Kawa, which is this one, or the original. Both of them can be worn by women easily, easily. I think the first one, I'm not gonna say it leans either way. When I say the first one, I mean the original Kawa. I'm sorry, the original Khamrah. Khamrah, man, say that 4 times fast. I don't think either one of them lean masculine or feminine. I think they're right down the middle. In fact, if I had to say, I would say they lean more masculine, but they're so smooth and so fruity. Honestly, anybody, any age can wear them, and I don't think anybody is gonna say you're wearing a woman's fragrance if you're a man. I don't think anybody's gonna say that's a man's fragrance that you're wearing. They're both just smooth and they both just smell really, really good. I just preferred this one and did not see the point in keeping the original Khamrah. So I kept the Kawa and gave Ray the original Khamrah. And I like this fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot. It is a compliment getter. It is an attention drawing fragrance. This fragrance is going to draw attention to you. People are going to think you smell good, and they're going to tell you that you smell good because it has such a unique smell to the average person. Now, I understand it's a clone of something. Maybe it's cloning something from Killian, judging by this bottle. Maybe they're going after angel share. I don't know. I just know it smells really, really good, and that you should definitely have it in your collection if you don't. For $34, $35, yeah. And I've had several women stand at my cash register and just ooh and ah over this fragrance and tell me how good I smell. I mean, that's just the truth, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This next one is another one, and I tried not to like this fragrance as well. Everybody that I have let smell this fragrance absolutely loves it, and it is Nitro Red. Now, I prefer Nitro White. I think Nitro White is a little bit better smelling fragrance than this. But this is a compliment monster, and it's one of those fragrances that everybody is going to like, and everybody is going to tell you how good you smell with this Dupont Nitro Red on. I still kick myself for not buying the black, but I picked these up the day after my mom's funeral. Just happened to be in Jackson, Tennessee, and I picked up the red and the white, and I saw the black, but I didn't recognize what it was at the time because the box was just plain black. I didn't recognize it till I got home, and then I was just like, that was the Nitro Black. Now, do you need both of these? Not necessarily. Can you have them both? Yes, of course you can. Would it be fine to have them both? Yes. But if you're really looking at saving some money and keeping your pennies in your pocket, I don't think you need them both. This is more spicy, where this is sweeter, but they're both, in my opinion, shots at Invictus. So think about the original Invictus and add some spices here and add a lot of sweetness here, and that's what you got. I don't think you need both of them. If you have the original Invictus and you want to spice it up a little bit, then get red. If you have the original Invictus and you want to sweeten it up, then get Hawas. If you're fine with the original Invictus, don't get either one. Save that money. Just saying. But this one was about 30 bucks, and I found it at Burlington as well. Now that I think about it, I found all of these at Burlington except for two. The only two that I did not find at Burlington would be this one and this one. And I have seen this one at Burlington. I just already have it, so there was no point in picking it up. But Nitro Red is an amazing, phenomenal fragrance. It smells a lot like Invictus, just spicy. And it's a good fragrance. It's really, really good, and women will compliment you on it. They really will. I mean, I know you see all these people going crazy in some of these TikTok videos and think, is that really true? The hype is real, man. It's real on all of these fragrances. It's real. It's real. You know, you can trust your boy. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's real. And the crazy part about it is these fragrances have been found everywhere from, let me get this right, D'Iberville, Gulfport, Biloxi, Mississippi, all the way to Jackson, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, in between. This one I found on vacation in the Biloxi area. And it is from the house of Lattafa. Oh my goodness. My mind just went blank, guys. From the house of Lattafa, it is Ramz Silver. Now, you'll see Ramz Gold. Some people like Ramz Gold. I did not like Ramz Gold. I thought Ramz Gold smelled like an old lady. I did not like Ramz Gold at all. I had no use for that. Now, this right here, this right here, man, $16 banger is what this is, man. This is a Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramall clone. Is it 100% Ultramall? No. No, it's not. It doesn't quite smell of the same quality as Ultramall, you're gonna get just a little bit less of a quality fragrance. It's not enough to care. It's not enough to matter. I have them both. I have this and I have Ultramall. I wear this more than I do Ultramall. Since I bought this, and I picked this up in August of 2024, I've worn this at least 3 to 4 more times than I have Ultramall. And that's just real spill. That's just the honest truth. That's the honest God's truth. I've reached for this way more than I have Ultramall. And I like Ultramall, but it's just something about the combination of this fragrance, the scent profile of this fragrance, the combination of notes and ingredients that are in this fragrance that just, to me, makes it a little bit more wearable. And it could be simply because I know, man, that's a $16 fragrance. I can take that with me. I can spray up, whatever. You know, where my Ultramall is not overly expensive, but I don't want to have to replace it. You know what I'm saying? So if I drop that bottle or whatever, so that it could be something like that. It just could be my psyche. It could all be on me because they both smell good. Ultramall does smell a little bit more refined, but when I tell you that this smells good and this is a compliment getter, man, it is just one of those that it just smells good. Listen to me now, believe me later on. And in comparison to Ultramall, it's probably about 85%, maybe 90%. But it's fire. I remember Cheapo smelled this and sprayed it on his hand and said when he got home, he kept smelling it and smelling it and smelling it and was like, man, I should have got that, and then went back to get it and it was gone. This is fire. This is fire. If I come across a bottle of this in the discount bin for $12 or $13, I will pick it up and have a backup bottle in my collection. I do not like Ramz Gold. It smells like the old church lady Gertrude is supposed to be passing out peppermint, but nonetheless, this one smells good. It's from the house of Lattafa. It is Ramz Silver. Ooh, that smells good. And this gives me a video for some layering combinations too, because I could see these two being layered. Ooh, almost dropped it. I could see these two being layered. And that would be an incredible layering combination. Would I layer this with one of them? Possibly these two. Possibly those two. I mean, several layering combinations here with this, man. Just this video could spawn some other videos. All right. Last but not least, another one I picked up the same weekend that I picked up the Nitro Red and the Nitro White. Again, I just had to get out of the house because it just memorialized my mom from the house of Lattafa. Again, man, it is Eternal Oud. Eternal Oud. And this is a beautiful, 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 sweet fragrance. It's a good thing I'm wearing a hoodie today. Oh yeah. And this is a clone too. And you guys can tell me in the comments what this is cloning, as I really don't know. But I'm gonna just be honest with you for a second here. I'm always honest with you. These are two of the best smelling fragrances that I have in my collection. For my taste, my style, the scent profile that I like, the scent profile that I enjoy. The only thing I don't like about this is this. I hate this hideous top on this. But I am a fan of oud fragrances, and this just smells good. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, but it's just sweet enough. It's got a kiss of oud in it, but it's not so oudy that you're gonna be like, man, I smell like I'm musty. Oud doesn't work that way on me anyway. Every oud fragrance that I have, if I wear, whether it's Gucci Guilty, Absolute to Dunhill Icon Absolute, any oud fragrance that I wear, I'm gonna get tons of oud. Anything that I wear from Mansara, I get compliments on it. I do. Every time I walk by a chick with an oud fragrance on, they're like, ooh, you smell good. And I think a lot of it is because they smell it, but it smells just so unique and different because so many people are staying away from oud that I think that's where the compliments from it comes in, because smelling different, I think, is a lot of times what gets us complimented. I think a lot of us smell good, but when we smell good and it's something that just smells like everything else out there, nobody says anything. I think they compliment us when we smell good and it's something that they're unfamiliar with. Then they're just like, you smell good, but what is that? What is that you got on? That smell different. That smell different. So, but definitely a compliment getting fragrance here. It's one that I have worn to work and had several. Is it Grand Soir that this is a compliment? I mean, compliment. A clone of? Is it Grand Soir? Again, let me know in the comment section. But again, this one is different from any of these other fragrances because this is grown man juice here. This is not one that you're going to wear if you just like, you know, fragrances like this and fragrances like this only, then there is absolutely no point in you buying this because you won't like it. You have to be open-minded and you have to be versatile. And I have some JB Butters Oud Wood lotion that I pair this with, and man, home run, knock it out of the box, knock it out of the box. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I've got to start getting myself ready to make this hour-and-a-half drive to my doctor, and then my hour-and-a-half drive back, and then I think I'm gonna stop by Burlington and see what they got in there. But anyway, man, whew, your boy just waking up, getting the day started, and there's the train. So there's the trifecta. There's both of them. We've had the phone, now we got the train. It was meant for me to shoot this video at this time, right? But anyway, guys, this is just so funny to me. But for those of you who don't know, I got a highway on this side of me and a train track on this side of me. Welcome to the country in Alabama, right? But anyway, listen, I love you all, and may God bless you all. And until next time, guys, peace.